On the 16th of September, it was announced that MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul were releasing a new product called Lunchly, a competitor to Lunchables offering Prime, Feastables chocolate, and a variation of food. The trio then released a video comparing the two products, implying that Lunchly was a much healthier option by advertising it as having less calories, fat, and sugar. Although once Lunchly was announced publicly, people were not pleased. What happened to YouTubers, man? I cannot say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know it better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better. DanTDM's tweet about Lunchly went viral on X, triggering thousands of fans and several YouTubers to express their support for his opinion. The backlash against the product was so strong that it prompted responses from MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul. Lunchables sells hundreds of millions of units and countless people eat it. Our goal is to give people a better for you alternative to it. Our turkey meal, for example, is 80 less calories, 60% less sugar, more electrolytes. We use real cheese, they use cheese product, they can't call it cheese, higher quality meat, etc. Obviously eating fresh chicken and broccoli is healthier, but if someone is going to eat a pre-made meal like this, which millions of people do through Lunchables, then I think giving them a higher quality version at roughly the same price is a net good in my opinion, and why we launched Lunchly. Also, as we get economies of scale and can get things cheaper, we will be only improving the product more and more. More electrolytes is just a crap ton of sodium. Nah, you're just trying to make more money, laugh my ass off, just own it. Our goal is to give people a better for you alternative to it. Translation, our goal is to make as much money as possible. Bro is all quiet about the allegations, but when it's time to defend his profits, he is real quick. This video is sponsored by Aura. Right now, data brokers are profiting by selling your personal information to spam callers, hackers, and others who use it for harmful purposes. But with Aura, you're protected. Aura identifies data brokers that are exposing your details and sends opt-out requests on your behalf. Did you know you have the legal right to ask data brokers to remove your information? The process, however, can be confusing and time-consuming. Luckily, Aura takes care of everything for you, saving you the hassle. Aura is an all-in-one app that offers parental controls, antivirus protection, a VPN, password management, identity theft insurance, and much more. If you're like me who absolutely despises spam calls, then Aura is the solution. Aura will notify you immediately if any of your sensitive information, like your phone number, has been compromised. Plus, they send real-time fraud alerts if anyone tries to use your data to access your credit cards or bank accounts, all for an affordable price. So stop data brokers from exposing your information, and by going to my sponsor at aura.com/Kluster to get a 14-day free trial and see if any of your data has been exposed. Link in the pinned comment and description. Logan Paul next replied to DanTDM stating, "I'll tell you what happened to YouTubers. We spent our lives creating content and building our brands. Now we want to build businesses. You don't say anything when Lunchables faces bans for allegedly containing lead, but when we create a better version you're upset? Then don't eat it." Shortly after, Logan Paul would get into a back and forth fight with X's community notes, who responded to Logan's tweet with, "Misleading. In saying Lunchables faces bans for allegedly containing lead and that they created a better version, it implies Lunchly doesn't contain lead. The Ice Pop Prime hydration found in the turkey stackums also has reports of lead contamination from the ERC." Logan would reply, "We spent a lot of money to put all meals through X-ray and metal detection to ensure no foreign materials are in Lunchly," attaching a video of an X-ray scanning for any metal. This, however, did not stop community notes from firing back. Logan Paul is insinuating that a metal detector detects lead and heavy metal contamination in food. This is incorrect. A metal detector in a food establishment is used to detect large pieces of metal or other foreign material contaminants in the product. Logan and community notes would then go back and forth, with the argument switching from lead to how much potassium was in Prime. Doubled down and reinstated a blatant lie because I called them out at community notes. Elon Musk, X is cooked. Subsequently, KSI next responded to DanTDM's tweet, where he proceeded to have a complete meltdown. Quote tweeting DanTDM with images of his U-Chews and Tube Hero toys stating, "Looks like crap to me." KSI was later called out for his hypocrisy, as he too has collaborated with U2s and Tube Heroes. "I'm not the one complaining and crying on Twitter though, you missed the point." KSI will then try to make Dan look hypocritical by tweeting, "But he was talking about food, JJ. He was sponsored, then promoted and made a whole video on Munchpak, a monthly sub box full of food and candy to his Minecraft audience full of kids. Now what? It's a one-off sponsored video, plus he isn't claiming candy is healthy in the food. You guys own the company and actively claiming it's a healthy lunch alternative, that's where the problems are. KSI next released a Reddit video going over the entire drama with Dan. However, if you look at the like to dislike ratio, you can tell how well this video was received. The video was essentially the entirety of KSI's Reddit criticizing his response to DanTDM, disavowing KSI's actions, and pointing out his hypocrisy. The hate affected KSI so much that he started to call the fans on his Reddit low IQ.
I can tell the IQ of this Reddit is lowering. I'm sure there's just been an influx of DanTDM fans just lowering the IQ of this fucking Reddit, man. KJ's face after he realized that the entirety of YouTube is coming after him. What, my eyes get smaller and I have no nose. Oh man, the IQ of this Reddit has just gone down the fucking pan.
Going back 9 years to find Dan promoting food is crazy, when also 9 years ago your partner was making fun of a side in a forest. KSI is such a man baby. Instead of taking criticism seriously and making a point in his case, he proceeded to mock, point fingers, and fake laugh like a child. Well done, JJ, you really told them. You know you're cooked when none of the top comments are from your fans that support you. A week after Lunchly's controversial announcement, YouTubers and other content creators made mixed reviews of the product. Some creators loved it, hated it, or thought it tasted the exact same as Lunchables.
They're basically the same fucking thing. They look different, but they basically taste the exact same. Like, the cheese here is a completely different color, and guess what? They probably both use food coloring in these. It's basically the fucking same. I'm sorry.
Interestingly, Dr. Mike, a board-certified family medicine physician, reviewed Lunchly and compared its ingredients to Lunchables to see if it was truly a healthier alternative. While he did conclude that it was slightly healthier than Lunchables, he did point out how Lunchly did not meet the USDA's nutrition standards.
Knowing all that, is it fair to say that Lunchly is healthier? I guess one can say yes, but honestly, probably more so as a marketing tactic. The reason why? Well, let's look at the recently passed nutrition standards set forth by the USDA for school lunches and see how Lunchly compares. Going line by line here. Less than 10% of calories should come from saturated fat. Lunchly turkey, 23% of calories come from saturated fat. Less than 10% of calories should come from added sugars. Lunchly turkey, 10.4 comes from added sugars. But this is where things get really interesting, and for some reason no one has pointed this out. You see, USDA caloric guidelines say that a lunch meal for kids K through 8 should contain around 625 calories. Kids need energy to function, and calories give them that energy. Lunchly turkey contains only 230 calories, which would mean a kid would need to eat about 2.7 portions to consume enough calories.
And if they did that, they'd get nearly 1,300 milligrams of sodium,
which is also significantly over the USDA standards. So they'd be either under-eating calories or overeating sodium. Finally, the grain guidelines state that 80% of lunch meals must be whole grain, and Lunchly turkey does not list any whole grain ingredients.
Despite the fact that Mr. Beast and Logan made small responses to DanTDM, KSI continued to mold on X, responding to a tweet where Marcus Brownlee was apparently being cancelled for one of his products. Some dumbass YouTuber said this exact same thing to me the other day. Rather than complaining, crying, and trying to cancel a YouTuber for creating a product, here's an idea. If you don't want/like a product, just don't buy it. Simple. During this entire drama, KSI was in the middle of releasing a new song, and because the backlash was so huge, he decided to clickbait fake apologies on X in order to promote the song, which consequently did nothing but increase the backlash. As of making this video, KSI is still tweeting at DanTDM, now claiming that Dan made the tweet toward Lunchly for likes and interactions. I don't know if he's being serious or not with this claim, as well as claiming that the only reason his new song is getting hate is because of DanTDM fans. Definitely not because most people think the song's shite, but whatever. Now personally, I don't necessarily agree with DanTDM's take. YouTubers should be allowed to make and sell products. Although I agree Lunchly is just ultra processed crap, there is a simple solution to stop these types of products from being made. Just don't buy them. The only problem I have with Lunchly is how they advertise themselves as a healthier alternative, even though in actuality it's just slightly healthier than Lunchables, but still another unhealthy ultra processed food.